Philadelphia Eagles fans, get ready now. Something big is happening behind the scenes that could completely reshape the team's defensive core for the 2025 season. While many thought the offseason was winding down, new developments surrounding veteran safety are taking place around the NFL, putting the Eagles right in the middle of it all. But that's not the only headline today. We also have a major update on the quarterback front, involving a former Eagles backup who is now fighting for a starting spot, and how all of this movement could impact the team's path to the Super Bowl. Philadelphia is eyeing a name that could be the next big move of the offseason: veteran safety Justin Simmons. After the Atlanta Falcons quarterback in 2024, Simmons has become a central piece of the NFL's behind-the-scenes movement, and according to multiple league sources, the Eagles are among the favorites to secure his signature. Even though he has praised his experience in Atlanta, Simmons himself has already indicated that a return to the Falcons is unlikely. ESPN insider Jeremy Fowler brought an important piece of information during his appearance on Philadelphia's 97.5 The Fanatic. Both the Eagles and the Panthers are at the top of the safeties list of preferred destinations. And the determining factor for this choice may be directly linked to the Eagles' current defensive coordinator, Vic Simmons, who was selected in the 2016 draft by the Broncos. Coming from Boston College, has built a solid career as one of the best safeties in the NFL. After being drafted twice, he signed a 4-year, $61 million contract with Denver. However, in February of this year, he was released and quickly signed by the Falcons for $8 million on a one-season contract. In Atlanta, Simmons maintained his consistency. With 62 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 7 pass breakups in 16 games. At 31 years old, even without the same market value as in his prime years, he continues to offer leadership, game reading, and a wealth of experience that any defense on the road would love to add. And that's exactly where the Eagles come in. Jeremy Fowler explained that Simmons is looking for a big project for the end of his career. Competitive environment where he can compete for titles right away. And it's impossible not to notice how Fangio's defensive system would be a perfect fit for that. Plus, with some important losses at safety during the offseason, Philadelphia has the space and need for a veteran piece to stabilize the secondary. Now, the big question hanging over the franchise is, will Howie Roseman take the next step and sign Simmons? A move that could not only strengthen the defense, but also further consolidate the roster in its quest for the Super Bowl. And if you think the news stops there, get ready, because the Eagles' interest in Simmons goes even deeper and could hide an even bolder strategy behind the scenes. With each passing day, Justin Simmons' name is gaining more and more traction on the Philadelphia Eagles' radar. And it's not just media speculation. The player himself has made it clear that he sees the Eagles as one of the ideal destinations for the next phase of his career. And now, according to new information from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Eagles aren't just among the details. They're on Simmons' so-called shortlist. During his appearance on 97.5 The Fanatic, Fowler revealed that the competition is already narrowing down, and the Philadelphia Eagles appear as one of the main favorites. Simmons has his eye on a big project. That's why the Eagles are at the center of this conversation. Philadelphia Eagles and Carolina have real interest in the player, said Fowler. In addition, the journalist highlighted Simmons' connection to Vic Fangio's defensive scheme, with whom he worked in Denver, which makes the fit even more natural. This detail could be the difference in the decision. Simmons isn't just looking for a contract. He's looking for the chance to compete for titles and play in a system that maximizes his strengths. And with Fangio completely overhauling the Eagles' defensive system, adding a safety already familiar with his style would be an immediate injection of leadership and consistency. The opportunity also comes at a strategic time for the Eagles. The departure of C.J. Gardner-Johnson has left a significant void at safety, and while second-round pick Andrew Mukuba is a promising prospect, starting a power forward as a starter always comes with risks. Simmons' arrival not only fills that need, but also serves as a mentor for the young Mukuba, creating a perfect balance between youth and experience. Simmons' numbers in 2024 show he still has gas in the tank. He limited opposing quarterbacks to 59.5% completions, his best mark since 2021, in addition to 2 interceptions and 7 interceptions, all while maintaining his usual reading of the game and positional intelligence. Now, the scenario gets even more interesting. With the safety market increasingly scarce at this point in the offseason, the path is open for Howie Roseman to act and make a trade that could be one of the smartest of the season. A window of opportunity is open, and the next move could happen at any time. But while the Simmons talk heats up in Philadelphia, there is another story involving an old acquaintance acquaintance of the Eagles that is also gaining traction, and it involves a direct competition for a starting spot in Cleveland. Let's understand how this move could indirectly impact even the same scenario for the Eagles next season. While the Eagles are considering defensive reinforcements, a parallel story involving a former Philadelphia name is gaining momentum in Cleveland, a quarterback battle that could change the future of the AFC. Kenny Pickett, who joined the Browns this offseason after being traded by the Steelers, now at the center of a fierce competition for the starting job. Cleveland currently has 4 names in contention: Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and Shedder Sanders. But according to Spencer German, Browns insider for Sports Illustrated, the main battle is between Flacco and Pickett, who are listed as options 1A and 1B at this point in training camp. The fact that Flacco isn't taking a lot of snaps right now shows that people know what to expect from him. Pickett, on the other hand, still needs to show his worth, German said. Despite some ups and downs during minicamp, the Browns remain confident that Pickett can develop to the point of being the starter as early as Week 1. It is worth remembering that, had he remained in Philadelphia, Pickett would hardly have had any real chance of fighting for the starting job. Since Jalen Hurts is the absolute owner of the position, now in Cleveland, Pickett has a rare opportunity to prove his worth and try to regain his status as the franchise quarterback. The competition, however, is not easy. Flacco, with his vast experience, is still seen as a safe option, while Dillon Gabriel, a rookie chosen in the 3rd round, has been gradually developing. Meanwhile, Shedder Sanders, chosen in the 5th round, not yet received any repetitions with the main team, falling behind in this early preparation. For Pickett, this could be a turning point in his career. If he can take advantage of this window, he can consolidate his position in the league, something that seemed increasingly distant during the end of his time with the Steelers. And for the Eagles, even from a distance, the outcome of this dispute in Cleveland could indirectly affect the conference outlook, future opponents, and of course the NFL playoff scenario. Now, while Howie Roseman evaluates the next move with Justin Simmons and Pickett fights to resurface as a starter, Eagles fans are following everything closely, certain that the next few days could bring more important surprises. If you were to bet today, would you bring Justin Simmons to lead this defense alongside Makuba? And do you believe that Kenny Pickett has the ability to establish himself as a starter in Cleveland, or does Flacco still have the advantage? Leave your opinions in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but I will come back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.